Good morning students. How are you all? I hope you all are doing well. I am here again with maths class. We are on exercise 6.6 and today we will start question number 2, that is divide. And the first part of the question is 0.8 divided by 2. So we have to divide 0.8 by 2. So as we cannot divide this 0 and decimal is here, so 0.2 fours are 8. Then second part, we have to divide 24.32 by 8. So 8 threes are 24. When we will subtract, we will get 0. As here is decimal, so we will place this decimal up and we will bring this 3 down. And we cannot divide this 3 by 8. So what we have to do, we have to give a 0 in quotient so that we will bring this 2 down. Now 8 fours are 32. Next D part is 2.34 divided by 6. 2.34 divided by 6. Here we cannot divide this 2 and after this 2 decimal is there, so we will place decimal first. Now we will take this 2 3 together. 6 3s are 18, 6 4s are 24, so we will take 6 3s are 18. And when we will subtract this 8 from 3, we won't be able to subtract. So what we will do, we will take help from the neighbor. This 3 will take help from the neighbor too and will become 13. And when we will subtract this 8 from 13, we will get 5. Now we will bring this 4 down. So 6 9s are 54. Now we have to divide part E. 17.65 divided by 65. It is same as normal division, just we have to take care of the decimal where we have to place. So 5 3s are 15 minus 2. This decimal will go up and we will bring this 6 down. 5 5s are 25. When we will subtract this 25 from 26, we will get 1 and we will bring this 5 down. 5 3s are 15. Next G part is 7.04 divided by 8. 7.04 divided by 8. Here we cannot divide this 7 by 8, so we will place decimal first. Now we will take this 7 0 together. 8 8s are 64. Here we cannot divide this 4 from 0, so this 0 will take help from the neighbor and will become 10. When we will subtract from 4 from 10, we will get 6 here. This 0, this 4 will come down. 8 8s are 64. Next part, H is 39.26 divided by 13. 39.26 divided by 13. So 13 3s are 39. 0 0. This decimal, we will place decimal after 3. Then 2 will come down. As we cannot divide this 2 by 13, so we will place a 0 upside and we will bring this 6 down. So 13 2s are 26. See, as you have seen the division of decimal numbers is same as normal division, just we have to take care of the place of decimal where we have to place the decimal. So after this our exercise 6.6 finishes, and out of 9 part we have done 6 part, 3 parts we have to do as division work. Now we will start next chapter, chapter number 7, percentage. Before starting exercise 7.1, first thing to understand is what is the meaning of this percent. So in this percentage, the word percent is here. Percent. Percent is made up of 2 parts. Per plus cent. And here this cent means 100 and per means every. Every part of 100. So we can see what is the meaning of percent. Percent means per 100, or we can say every part of 100. You must have gone to market with your parents during festive season, and you must have seen the hoardings like 25% discount, 30% discount, 50% discount. So it means what that discount stands for. It means 25% of that total amount, or that part of the total amount will be reduced from the total cost of that object or item. So let's understand it with the help of an example. Let's take an example of 55%. This is the sign of percent. So 55%. It means 55 out of 100, or we can say 55 hundredths, which we have studied in last chapter, decimal. If any number is given in the form of percentage, we have to express it in the form of fraction by writing this 100 in denominator. When we will expand this 55%, this percent which is 100, that will go in place of denominator. And if you will see a fraction like 13 by 100, so to this fraction we can read as 13%. So 13 by 100, to this 13 by 100 fraction we can read as 13%. And whenever anything is given in the form of percent and you have to change it into the form of fraction, you can write like this. The number which is here before percent you will write in numerator, and this percent sign, cent, here I told you cent means 100, so this will go in denominator, 100 will go in denominator. Now we will start exercise 7.1, and this exercise we will do in maths textbook. So for that you have to take out your textbook and take out a pencil so that we can do this exercise in book. The first question of the exercise 7.1 is read the grid and write the shaded part and the unshaded part as fraction, as decimals and as percent. So what we have to do, a grid is given and we have to write the shaded part and unshaded part as fraction. First we will write it in the form of fraction. After that we will write it as decimal in the form of decimal, and at the end we will write it as percents. So now let's start counting the number of rows and number of columns. So 10 number of rows and 10 number of columns are there. So 10 into 10, 100. So total small square boxes are 100. And out of that square boxes, we have to find out how many boxes are shaded. So 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 52 boxes are shaded. So in the form of fraction, how we will write it? So first we have to write in the form of fraction. So how many parts are shaded? 52 parts are shaded and total number of parts are 100. So it's about shaded part. After that we have to write it as decimals. In previous chapter we have studied about decimals. So it is 52 hundredths. So to 52 hundredths, how we will write? 0.52. 5 is at tenths place and 2 is at hundredths place. So 0.52. After that we have to write it as percent. So as I explained you earlier, if any number is in the form of fraction and denominator is 100, so how we will write it as? In the form of percentage. So this 52 by 100 can be written as 52%. Now let's do about unshaded parts. So unshaded, it was about part. Now we will do unshaded part. So in the form of fraction, how many parts are unshaded? 52 were shaded, so 48 are unshaded and total parts are 100. And in the form of decimal, it will be 0.48 or we can say 48 hundredths. Then in the form of percentage, it will be 48%. Question 2 is color the number of squares as per the given percent. In question 2, 3 parts are there and downside of that grid box some percentage is given. First is 25%, second B part is 33%, C part is 89%. So what we have to do? We have to shade these percent or we have to shade these number of squares inside that grid. That you will do and in book only. Here our exercise finishes and we will start exercise 7.2 and the first question of the exercise 7.2 is convert the following fractions into percent by finding an equivalent fraction with denominator 100. So what we have to do? Some fractions are given and we have to convert these fractions into percentage. And how we will convert? By changing the denominator into 100. And the first part is 6 by 10. So we have to find an equivalent fraction with denominator 100. So how we will change this 10 into 100? By multiplying this 10 by 10. As we are multiplying denominator by 10, we will multiply the numerator as well by 10. It will be 60 by 100 and 60 by 100 is equals to 60%. B part is 13 by 20. And we have to change this denominator or we have to change this fraction into equivalent fraction by changing the denominator into 100. So as it is 13 by 20, how we will change this denominator into 100? By multiplying this 20 by 5 and we will multiply the numerator as well by 5. 13 5s are 65 and 100. So it will be 65%. Next C part is 7 by 25. Again we will change this fraction into equivalent fraction and we have to make this denominator 100. So we will multiply this 25 by 4 and this 7 by 4. 7 4s are 28 by 100 equals to 28%. Question 2 is convert the following fractions into percent multiplied by 100. In this what we have to do? Fractions are given and we will multiply these fraction by 100. After multiplying by 100 we will change this fraction into percentage. First part is 4 by 5, and how we have to solve? We have to solve by multiplying the fraction by 100. So when we will multiply this 4 by 100, we will get 400, and 5 is at denominator. Now what we will do? We will just divide this 400 by 5. Here we can do directly. 5 8s are 40. This done, and 5 zeros are 0. So it is 80%. 4 by 5 multiplied by 100 is equals to 80%. Next is 8 by 15. Let's multiply it by 100. It will be 800 by 15. So 15 5s are 'Here we cannot divide this 800 completely by 15. So what we will do? First we will divide these two by 5. We will divide this 800 and 15 by 5. 5 1s are 5. 5 6 are 30. 0. Then 5 3s are 15. Now let's divide this 160 by 3. 3 5s are 15. 1. This 0 will come down. 3 3s are 9. 1. So 160 by 3 in the form of percentage we can write as 3. Here 53, and remainder will come. 53 whole 1 by 3%. Part C is 2 by 3. We will multiply this 2 by 3 by 100. It will be 200 by 3. Let's divide this 200 by 3. 3 6 are 18 minus 2. 0 will come down. 3 6 are 18. Remainder 2. So to this 200 by 3 in the form of percentage we can write as 66 whole 2 by 3%. Question 3 is convert the following decimals into percent. Some decimal numbers are given and we will convert these decimal numbers into percent. How we will convert this decimal number into percent? First we will change it into fraction, and what we studied in previous chapter, that knowledge we will apply here. 1.8 can be written as 18 by 10 in the form of fraction, and when we will multiply this fraction by 100 we can change it into percent. It will be 1800 by 10. Here when we will divide this 1800 by 10 we will get 180, or we can say 180%. Part B is 0.75. So to this 0.75 we can write as 75 by 100, or we can say it is 75 hundredths, and when we will multiply this fraction by 100 we can change it into percentage. It will be 7500 by 100. Here we can see in 100 two zeros are there, and in this also it is 7500, so we can cancel these zeros, and it will be 75%. When we will divide the 75 by 1, we will get 75 only. C part is 0.6. To this 0.6 we can write as 0 by 10, as this 6 is in tens place. Multiplied by 100, it will be 600 by 10. Here we can cancel these 0 and we will get 60%. So in this way we have done exercise 7.2. So that's all for today. Thank you and have a nice day.